Been thinking about beans a lot.
Wow, that's funny. That's a funny coincidence.
That's what you call a very specific segue in the business. Or VSS.
Very specific segue inside joke.
It's true.
That's right. We were talking about beans before we started the show, so
Yeah. Dried beans, styrofoam beans, cooked and uncooked beans, gold-plated.
Toe beans on a kitty.
Aww. Okay. I realized we have, like, it's kind of an ethical problem. But if purely for science, you were to fill a beanbag with toe beans, how comfortable? No, I mean,
No!
like, okay, hear me out. Like, if you found a genie lamp and you could just wish for anything, right? So it's not like kittens would be running around with their beans, but just like manifested from thin air.
So these are cruelty-free beans.
Cruelty-free genie beans. How comfortable do you think a beanbag filled with toe beans would be?
I think it'd be great for the first 10 minutes or so. And then it would just become a slurry.
A slurry? Oh!
Oh,
Why?
no!
Seeping through the fibers.
Oh.
Do you think toe beans are like bloody or?
Well, they're flesh, so I mean,
But
it's not much to them,
they're
right?
magic.
You know, once you squeeze them.
they're magic genie toe beans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Magic genie toe beans. They're going to last you.
Yes, okay. Yeah, if they're indestructible, for sure. Best substance in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why don't they make the whole plane out of that stuff?
Now, but these are coming from a genie, so they might be like the toe beans of a bear or something.
Oh, okay. We're talking like a Wishmaster situation. We've got a malevolent genie
So
trying
it might
to
be
twist
like
your
really
words.
lumpy.
Lumpy, a little bit smelly, maybe.
Oh no, big old heavy beans. Be like a bag full of ribeye steaks. You just kind of settle in.
Or maybe they're like werewolf toe beans. And every full moon, like you have to hide from your beanbag chair.
Yeah. You start making plans with your friends. You're like, oh yeah, I got this great game. Come over. Oh wait, no. No, wait, that's a full moon, isn't it? Yeah. Better hold off till next week. I got a werewolf beanbag. It's a whole thing.
Start planning your life around the lunar cycle because your stupid beanbag chair.
People come over, they're like, why is there a chair chained up in your office? And it's inside a kennel? What? This doesn't make any sense.
Oh, that's just my thing.
It's an art project.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
Takes too long to explain.
Well, I mean, it represents the comfort of domesticated life inside the cage of our environment. Yeah, I think it makes sense. It speaks to our alienation from one another by the capitalist structure, right?
I think it says we can be trapped by too much comfort. We get lazy.
Yes.
Yeah. Dang, if I ever need to get two people who could BS about some toe beans, That was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Even I bought it.
Welcome back to Shattered Worlds RPG. I'm your Loremaster, Jeff, and with me tonight are the redoubtable Kristy
Hello.
and the rambunctious Jayme
Hello.
and me. I already said that. Hey, welcome back, everybody.
Yay.
It's season 6. We're breaking them in early with a taste of Keziah's story, and then we're gonna jump over to the Through the Gate dimension.
Oh no.
So so Electo is in that machine doing whatever weird psychic thing she's doing. And last we saw Keziah, she had arrived at the security office, sees Shauna sprawled out next to a desk, and the lights are like slowly pulsing yellow, and there's nobody around. Security office is empty except for Shauna, and all you can hear is just a faint moving of heavy machinery on the other side of the complex.
Is the antidote there?
You don't see it in plain view, but you can crawl around and look around. Her hand seems to be pointing under the desk.
Okay. Well, she'll check Shauna real quick. I mean, she's all amped up still from Gale's spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Strychnine grin and everything, like
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, so you're all hopped up looking around. Where's that damn antidote? And then you see that her power armor is fully shielded, like red metal down over the visor, and she's locked in place as if somebody like turned off her suit instead of like turning it off the normal way in, standard position. It's like in whatever it was when it fell down. And so you can't see her, and you can't tell if she's still alive. But you're like a computer person. You know how these things work.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's no way to, like, pop her helmet open or anything?
You find a readout, like a sort of chest screen, and you, like, tap on that, and it says that her life signs are hemorrhaging, and if she doesn't get medical attention right away, she'll probably die, if it's not too late already. And then you find an emergency lock override.
Okay. I will do that.
So the visor pops up. It's like the nano weave or whatever slides apart, and you see her just sort of in an awkward kind of tight face, like trying to survive the pain, and there's burns all on one side of her neck, and she is out of it. Like, you try to get her attention, but and you can tell the mic is working, so she should be able to hear you.
Okay. But is Keziah able to actually, like, do anything to her at this point, or is there still, like, a barrier with the nanoweave stuff?
Yeah, you can crack the whole suit open. It's keeping her alive, so as soon as you open it up, you're going to have to get medical, so you'll want to make sure you're prepared with whatever gadgets you got. There might be a first aid kit here in the
Keziah is a first aid kit.
That's right. That's right. So you're ready
Yeah.
to go. So you crack that open, and so you're trying to override the thing, and then she turns and looks up at you, and she whispers, "Keziah, hey, I didn't make it."
Quiet. Where is the antidote?
Under the desk. And you look over, and yeah, you see it all the way in the back.
Okay. Do you want an actual first aid roll, or?
Yeah. You crack open the suit finally, and you marvel at how small she looks inside the suit, like a child dressed up in mommy's clothes. Her body is a mass of burns, bubbling with medicinal goo, its healing properties failing.
It's a 27.
That's your medicine check?
Yeah. It starts out at a 20. I don't know what to tell you.
Your first roll is a diagnosis. So you assess that she needs like complete cellular regeneration. Like she needs a full surgery suite yesterday, essentially, in order to make it. All you could do is ease her pain while she dies, which could be any minute.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions for her?
Where did they go?
I took one of the trains.
Is there any message you want me to take back?
Take the suit. I'm bigger than you. You'll fit. There's still enough juice left to reach escape velocity. You hear something outside the office.
Like a person something?
Yeah, like a person something. Something moving, a breath, signs of life.
Okay. If she doesn't have a message to send back or anything like that, she will let her fall asleep.
Okay, yeah. You look back down and she has died. Jayme! How you doing?
Hey, I'm fine. Bit of a transition from the goofy clip show format to just immediate death.
Oh, God. You've just come out of a hatch on the side of the train tracks in this train depot. The lights are dim, but they're coded yellow, so whatever the threat is got downgraded. As soon as the red alert hit, you moved for the emergency airlock in case you needed to go outside. But when it was downgraded, you worked your way down the hall this way. You don't know what the hell's going on. Internal comms aren't working. External comms aren't working.
I have a couple of quick questions that we can probably just edit out of the show, like pre. Did this dude have a name?
Not yet. I was gonna ask you.
Oh,
this is a Yafridi guy. He got hired 6 months ago. It pays really well, but it's a short contract.
okay.
Throckmorton.
Gosh. Yes.
Throckmorton.
Can I be Throckmorton J. Flapdoodle?
If you must, yes.
I feel that this will help, maintain the intensity and the solemn nature of the previous scene. If I could just burst in there and introduce myself as Throckmorton J. Flapdoodle III.
Okay, so we'll edit Jamie's worker here. Let me.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I
change
got
the
to load up
name.
roll 20 too. Okay.
Rock Morton. What was the last name?
Flapdoodle, Flapdoodle.
Don't forget the J.
J, yeah, middle initial J, and also I'm the third. I come from a proud line of Throckmortons.
Do you mean Flapdoodles?
Wait.
Well, no, it's the third Throckmorton.
Yeah. I'm like the third, because we're all Flapdoodles. I mean, you get to a Flapdoodle family reunion, we could fill up a stadium.
Gotcha.
There are only a few that carry the proud tradition of Throckmorton name.
So yeah, you pop out. What's your strategy here? You're sort of behind the train. This is the green line. There's two. There's the blue line and the green line. So if you edge out west a bit, you can come back into the train depot itself.
Okay, I'm logging in now. Come on, guys. Okay, so I see security. I see staging.
You're the little guy at the top right of that area.
Okay, I'm just a little guy.
So the revealed area around the halls and stuff, that's like your maintenance channel. Technically, it extends east along the train tracks underground, so you could conceivably run the length of the train tracks, but they're kilometers long.
Okay. And there's no like voices going on over the PA system or anything, like telling me what to do?
No, nothing.
Okay, in a purely not metagame way, I think I'd probably want to check out security, right? Just to see what's going on.
Maybe you have a friend in security that tells you
Yeah.
what's going on.
You left your coffee there.
If I'm going to deal with this disaster, I need proper caffeination.
Yeah, your space
Excellent.
coffee.
Space coffee.
So there haven't been a lot of visitors during the celebration. It's supposed to get really big after the testing of the drive, which was right now. It should be happening now. So there's workers staged over at the elevators in case people come down.
Okay.
But it's basically a skeleton crew right now. So there may be one or two people in security. You're not sure. But as you round the nose of the train and stick your head through, I'm just moving you. So now I'll read. The train depot is big for an underground building, like a courthouse lobby with fancy tile walls, huge landscape paintings, polished wood furniture with plush red cushions, exactly what you'd want for an excursion in space. There are berths for 2 trains, but only one remains. In the dim red glow of the emergency lights, I guess they're yellow now. In the dim yellow light, the exposed end of the train looks ominous, like a viper emerging silently from a cleft between rocks. A long velvet rope leads to the empty berth, 2 gold-topped stanchions laying on their sides. The snake metaphor continues as your eye tracks the motionless purple arms of the velvet rope laid out along the cold concrete.
And so I'm kind of a train repair fella, right?
Yeah. You're sort of master of all trades, whatever problems happen.
So one of the trains are missing. Can I tell just by kind of eyeballing the other one if it would be functional? Does it look is it exploded or anything?
Let's do a check.
Okay.
So it'll be a light check.
Okay.
I'm going to give you +2 because this is your area of expertise. Like, you work here. And then let's call it ground-based vehicles. So that's another +2. So it'll be +4 light check.
Okay, plus my light.
So D10, yeah.
Yeah. So D10 plus 10 altogether.
+10 altogether. So
Yeah.
20. So that's an extraordinary success. Everything looks in perfect order, but no trains were supposed to go today. And if they were, you would have known about it. In fact, you thought maybe the train was taken because of the emergency. So you're glad to see that one's still here. But yeah, it looks totally fully functional.
Okay. Good to know. That may just be our way out of this mess. Maybe I'm thinking. I guess I could go and check out staging, poke my head in, and see if anyone's.
Yeah, so there's like wide steps up to the staging area, and there's like pamphlets and benches, and this is where all the people come and hang out. There's a concession stand on one side, like a news table. What is that?
A newsstand?
A newsstand. That's what it's called. There's one of those. And then, so once you're up there, you see that the security door is open.
Oh.
And you hear somebody doing something in there.
Well, heck, I gotta check that out then.
Okay. So how are you approaching?
I think I'm just going to I think Mr. Flapdoodle III, he's just going to no stealth whatsoever. Just like you're in a panic and you see in the distance, you think someone's going to help, right? So he's just running in, and he's probably like, "Hey."
So as soon as you come through the door, you see a woman. Are you still in a EV suit from your flight down, or did you take it off when you got out?
Keziah?
Yeah.
Did we do that, or did we come down in a shuttle?
Yeah, you came down in shuttles, so you don't necessarily have you don't need suits. So yeah, you see this woman. Describe yourself to Mr. Flapdoodle.
Please, my father's Mr. Flapdoodle.
Call me Thraki.
Keziah she's about 5'4". She has a slight build and kind of pale fiber optic skin. She's very obviously like heavily modified with cybernetics. One of her arms has this like big ol' honkin' like cannon looking thing on it. You're not sure what's up with that. It's like grafted on there. You know, it's like part of her arm. On her back, there's something attached on her back. It almost looks like a small backpack, but it's like part of her back. Her eyes are all like glittery and glowy, like the end of like a cut off piece of like fiber optic cable. And she doesn't have any like real hair. Instead of hair, she's got all of these like wires and cables coming out of her head that she's wrapped around, kind of like a head wrap, you know. And she's dressed in like a doctor's uniform, and she seems to be hovering over a very unwell person, smoldering person.
This is a space marine. Imperial colors, opened up, and Keziah standing over with like some thing coming out of her arm, and the suit's not moving, How does Keziah respond to this greeting?
Oh, she looks up at this repairman. Let's see what would she say. She's very sick. There was an accident. You heard the alarms, I'm sure.
Oh my goodness! Of course I did. Look, the light's all yellow. That's a dead giveaway. Things aren't good down here.
Yes.
What happened to her?
I'm not sure. I'm a doctor. I just came across her. I need to get her back to what's the place called? Jeff? The place I have to go to. Yeah.
Back to the Comet Seeker?
Yes. And she like pretends to look at something on the suit. Comet Seeker. That's where she's apparently from. It's very, very, very important.
She's 100% dead at this point.
Keziah's hoping that this repairman I've put her.
Flapdoodle, are you gonna
Throckmorton, he kind of raises his hands up to his head, well out of his element. He goes, "Oh my God, that's horrible! Oh, I wish I had some kind of a medical kit to help out with the situation. Let me see what I got here. And he starts going over his belt. He's like, I got a multi-tool. I got a hammer. That's not going to do anything, Throckmorton. Why are you even bringing that up? A tool belt?
I don't think she needs a hammer, no.
Nah, I realize that.
The only medical thing you have is it's part antiseptic goo, but also it closes up wounds temporarily.
I've got goo.
So yeah, goo. We call it goo.
You might want to hang on to that just in case there's another accident.
Well, that's ominous.
You wouldn't want to suffer burns like she has.
No. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get out of here.
Do you have any space suits? Excuse me for a second. I dropped something. And she goes, and she's like getting the antidote from under the desk.
Oh, nice. Okay, so she slides half under the desk and pulls out the this thermos-looking jobby. It's too small to be like soup. It's more like a specialized product. No obvious markings on the outside.
What is that, like a half portion of soup?
Yes, it's my lunch.
I
don't eat as much as normal people do.
Hey, none of my business.
Seeing that she has cybernetic modifications, it's plausible.
Yeah, Throckmorton's trying not to be rude. I mean, here's a cool robot doctor lady. He's just a train repair guy. He doesn't know what to say. All right. Is it Shauna?
Shauna, yes.
Is she still in like the heavy power armor?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it safe to move her out of the heavy power armor?
What I'm hoping is that you have access to another suit. I can move her into another suit and give her oxygen while I move her to the Comet Seeker using the power armor.
So there are always 3 emergency EV suits at each emergency airlock. So you'd go back the way you came and head east till you get to the other side of the dome, and then there's a hatch and a whole thing, elevator that takes you up to the surface.
Well, I'll go ahead and pass on the information then about the spare suits by the evac chamber.
It's now that you see a yellow light blinking on one of the consoles nearby.
Are there any like words next to the light?
You think you have to go up and interact with the console for it to do its thing.
Okay.
But having come in and out of here, you know that it means there's a security communication or update. You wave your hand over it and it turns on the screen.
Yeah. Also, I definitely like crack my knuckles out like this first.
Heck yeah.
And then I push the button very professionally.
So as you reach over there, you get a good look of Shauna, and it is a fucking horror show. Like, she has a thin sort of lycra bodysuit that is just mangled and burned away, and this almost like a spooling serpent around her body. It's just guts, and I mean, it's a real fucked up situation. And there's this like bubbling medicinal goo sort of giving off its last bits of steam. And you wave your hand over the thing, and it comes up, and it says, engine crisis, bypassed, reactivate system, yes or no?
That sounds like the right thing to do, but I'm not a space trained repairman. I'm gonna go yes. Reactivate.
You push the big Y, and it brings up all its yellow on black schematics and different updates and things. And apparently the SVA engine turned on, began to fail, and then was put into standby mode, where it is now. And so the systems will slowly be cycled back on through the automated system. But it is saying that an unauthorized train left the station about 10 minutes ago. And it's like flagged with all kinds of security stuff. Like, they don't know what's going on there. There's jamming, so you can't see inside it. Yeah. Also, there's a bunch of unauthorized interior comms traffic between the workers here. And they've clustered in the space elevator loading zone.
Okay.
Where you guys came in.
Okay.
So if you wanted to get to your shuttle, you'd have to go through them or go overland or find some other means. But yeah. Or you could go to this train where at the end of the trains there's another small spaceport with a ship or two that could take you into orbit.
Ah, boy, we got a lot of options here. A lot of ways we could handle this. I guess I'll go ahead and pass along the information. Kind of like pointing at the screen as I talk. Over here we've got some communications clumped together. It looks like somebody stole a train.
You notice it's also picking up comm traffic into the suit of power armor.
Oh.
As if someone's sending signals to it.
I think the injured party has some messages waiting.
Probably from her ship. And while he's doing all this, Keziah's like pretending to work on her, and like she's pulling her out, and cool. I've put her into a medically induced coma. She will be all right. I can fix this. I know it looks very, very bad, but I am a very good doctor. Just like stuffing guts back in there. She's pulling her out.
Yeah.
Well, she looks like she's gonna need a very good doctor. I mean, I don't know. I could barely even look down there, to be honest.
You probably should not look.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So you think the security office probably has some body bags just in case of a emergency event or whatever? So you could pull one out if you wanted. Probably don't have a stretcher, though.
Well, Keziah's trying not to make this guy think that, like, this person is dead and she maybe killed her. So.
Well, he didn't do anything. He just examined her wounds.
But he didn't see that.
Oh,
he doesn't know who she
dosed
is.
her
No.
with meds. Okay, so you lay her out on the ground. Yeah, so do you want to patch into the suit helmet and...
Yeah, she's gonna climb on in. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to get in. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. The suit was hit by a major electromagnetic disturbance inside the suit.
Excellent.
Which shut it down, but now it's cycling back up and you can stand up. So now there's this Goliath standing next to you. You hope she's trained on one of these things. They're very finicky. So you check the helmet and it's Taco calling from the Comet Seeker.
Hi, Taco.
Shauna, what the hell is going on down there? We need that antidote.
Would Keziah know whether or not she could be heard outside of the helmet?
Oh no. You have to like chin the public mic
Gotcha.
speaker, the outward bound speaker. You got to actually turn that on.
Gotcha. Not Shauna. This is Keziah. Shauna, I will be bringing Shauna back. But Shauna...
Roger says that Shauna's life signs were poor before the suit shut down. What is her medical situation?
Poorer.
Well, quit screwing around and get to vertical. We need to pick you up. We see there's enemy activity out on the surface. We're not authorized to land, so you're going to have to get into the air. You hear me?
Yes. I appreciate the fact that you automatically assume I am screwing around. And she picks up Shauna.
Sorry, Keziah. It's been a long day. What's going on with the rest of your team?
They're somewhere else. I don't know where. I kind of have a person here that I need to get away from, so...
Is this an unsecure line? Are you in danger?
I don't think so.
We see a train moving east. Is that you? We see your location at the security office.
The train moving east probably has the White Spider in it, or some of his people.
Okay, you hear them conferring in the background. And Legos comes on the mic. He's like, Keziah, you've saved the asteroid, and you are bringing us the antidote. I wonder, do you have time to slow down the White Spider and his people?
How do you expect me to slow down a train?
Well, it would involve taking the other train and pushing it as quickly as it will go and meeting them in the other train station.
Oh, I thought you were going to say push the train out of the asteroid. That would be kind of fun.
If you can do that without implicating us, I'd be fine with that. We do know that there's 2 workers assigned to Farside Station, so if something like that were to happen, it would have to happen now.
Okay. I'll call you back in a few minutes.
Okay, you might have enough acceleration in the suit to reach the train on the surface, if you like flew along it. But it would make it so that you couldn't get to out of the gravity well with the suit. But that's already threatened if you're going to be carrying 2 people.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
She turns to Mr. Worker Guy. I'm sorry, what was your name?
He clears his throat rather importantly, and he kind of like adjusts his tool belt, the hammer and everything, the data pad or what have you, to look, very professional. And he says, well, the name is Throckmorton J. Flapdoodle III. Pleased to meet you. And he automatically holds out his hand to shake, and then kind of visibly thinks better of it, considering you're in this bone-crushing power armor. But like, it'd be rude to pull back, so he's kind of like,
she just holds out like one finger so you can like shake the finger.
yeah, pleased to meet you.
That is a fascinating name. Tell me, is there a way to make a train go extremely fast?
Like some kind of a super hyper powered mega speedy train situation. Let me think about that for a minute. Jeff, is there any way for a train to go? How do I roll train?
So you're trying to contact the security office's AI, Jeff. He's not on yet. But you do see that the security AI has turned on. You don't know its name.
It could be like GEF, like Gizmo Electric Friend.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is Ernestine, is the security AI. Can I help you with something?
Goodness, Ernestine, it's always a pleasure to talk to you.
I don't know who you
likewise. Listen, we got a situation in the security room here. I just need to find out. Is it possible for you to make a train go like real fast?
There are numerous safety regulations that preclude me even answering those questions. Also, 17 members of the station's personnel are not responding, and their life signs are unavailable.
Yeah, we got us like an emergency situation, mass casualties, apocalyptic scenario, really, if you think about it. We're just trying to get out of the building as fast as possible, which is why we need like a fast train, like the fastest train you got. You could save some lives here.
Okay, I need you to roll. The good thing is you're very charismatic. So I'm going to need you to roll you can add your, let's see, I'll let you use your robotics. So that's +2 plus your fire of 8. That'll be 10 plus whatever you roll.
Okay. Oh, nice. So 9 plus is 19 total.
Nice. Okay. I'll give you 2 action points for this adventure. Would you like to use one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you got an extraordinary success. So you've managed to win over Ernestine. She agrees to make those, to take away those safeguards, but some of the work still needs to be done manually. And there's an engine room on both ends. You could probably make those changes within a couple minutes. You could even do some of that work while it's in motion.
Okay.
So Ernestine says, how many people are evacuating?
3.
Only 3?
I can kind of like put my hand over the mic. I'm like, she's asking how many people we're going to evacuate. And she sounded like real disappointed in me when I said 3. What do I do?
Tell them they are government officials.
Yeah, they're government officials.
Very well. Move with alacrity. I will see you there. And all the lights turn on. The music turns on. It's a nice, tasteful Baroque melody. You hear the robot snack bar newsstand starting up its sales pitch. And the train station is abuzz with activity. So you can either run between the train tracks and use the service entrance near the rear engine. That's probably the easiest way to get there. Otherwise, you'd have to go up and over the track.
Yeah, probably easiest because we're trying to catch up in time. Yeah.
Sure. So you lead the way. Keziah, do you have any final thoughts?
Just a slight detour because I really think Throckmorton should put on an EV suit just in case.
There will be 3 in the engine room as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
They're all over the place, just in case there's a blowout.
This place is lousy with EV suits.
Yeah.
They're hanging from the ceiling.
But they're all emergency suits, so there's like they don't have a lot of oxygen, you know, no frills. You can't puke or shit in them.
Wasn't planning on it, but that's good to know.
They don't have, cycling systems and all that.
I mean, I know that's always the first thing I do when I get a new suit to really break it in.
Hold on.
I have been kicked out of more dressing rooms.
Okay, so you guys get to the service entrance just ahead of the engine room. You're gonna need to pass your key card over the sensor. I need both of you to give me. These are gonna be shadow checks. +2 for your mechanical engineering. And I'll give you another 2 for ground-based vehicles. So that's +4 to your roll there, Jayme. And Keziah, same deal. Shadow and any sort of...
Natural 10.
A natural 10? What?
Yeah!
Nice!
Yay!
Hell yeah. So keep it rolling.
Okay, so that's a 14, plus I have 4 shadow, plus I think you said 4 situational modifier.
Yeah.
So 22?
Nice. You can tell something has been tampered with. The little, I don't know, a sticker or something. It has a line running under it that's poofed out some of it. And so there may be a lead that'll be broken when the door opens.
Okay.
Maybe it's wired for something.
17 plus whatever.
17.
Yeah.
So you don't notice this, but well, actually, you're in the power armor.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll give you +5. So yeah, you both see, like, homeboy Throckmorton sees something odd and starts to point to it, and then you can see all the interior framework of the doors, and there are definitely 2 leads that once the doors separate, it'll activate something outside your sensor range. But it can't be good, whatever it is. And it was only just recently installed.
So it's like something technical that's inside the train that's like setting off the suit's spidey senses. Am I understanding that correctly? Or?
It's modded tech, like somebody very recently added this to the door, and it connects outward to either side. And interacts with the systems inside the doors. So could just be an alarm. It's hard to know what it might be. Now, you're a hacker, so you could easily check in. So give me a hacking check.
21.
Hell yeah. So you can see like all these lines and systems and basically it sets off a automatic braking system just this side of the door and some emergency conduit or whatever, so that when they interact at the same time, it'll blow the doors wide open and probably fuck up this whole ass end of the train. And it will definitely expend a lot of energy, which would probably squish you.
Can I get rid of it?
Yeah. Yeah, give me another hacking roll.
Oh, that's a 10.
Yeah!
Hell yeah. Woo!
But that was only a 3. But it's still going to be 28, 32. No, wait, I can't add 8, 9, 10, 11. 31.
Yeah.
31.
You deactivate the trap and it's good to go. So it's all still in motion, so you could actually use it later if you wanted to. It's just you just put a buzzy bypass circuit is what we call them in the business, so that they both think they're working. So yeah, you can now enter the train.
Boy, how do you like that, huh? Somebody tampered with the train. It's like people have no respect for trains anymore.
Aren't you supposed to be checking up on these kind of things?
Well, this is the first time this ever happened. I have an almost 100% success rate for my trains not being wired to detonate.
So now that you're on the inside and you can open hatches and stuff, you could easily find out what's wrong, or you could just get the engine started and get moving.
What do you mean, what's wrong?
Whatever this trap, you could like learn more about it, or you could just get moving.
I mean, I guess we could just start getting moving and then like learn more about the trap en route. Does that sound good? What do you think? Because
That's it.
You deferring to Keziah?
Did I?
Yeah. Apparently the doctor knows how to defuse a bomb. So
did I not get rid of it? Is there more to it?
No, but sometimes if you study a bomb, you can learn a little something about the bomb maker.
it's so true.
That's
I'm always saying that.
But I guess you could do that after the mission is complete.
I mean,
you're down in the guts trying to figure out how to make the thing go faster. Ernestine is walking you through it. So we're gonna make 3 rolls, and these will be your light +4. And while he's doing that, what would Keziah like to do?
I'm sorry, I just keep thinking about I mean, sometimes you just gotta stop and take a moment and learn about who made the bomb, this crazy workaday world. It makes total sense. It's just tickling me for some reason. Like we're learning all these facts, they like bundling and winter eating. That's nice. I'm sorry, go ahead. Don't mind me.
It's okay.
Throckmorton's just over there giggling from the stress. He's starting to, he's cracking. You can see the cracks.
So as soon as the train comes out of the tunnel, it's just this pristine asteroid landscape, just dark rock, It's faintly lit up from the space elevator and the few lights on the base of Stoneflower Island. You see a few drones and things out there, and the suit is marking everything and zooming and, giving you a full security spread. But yeah, it looks incredible. just this glass tube that the train's flying through.
Is there any like way? I mean, if he's still like working on stuff, Keziah would probably be standing there, like also trying to help, like, but probably in a non-helpful way, you know, the kind of like backseat driver kind of way, like, no, you should really do it this way, you know.
Okay, yeah, give me a fire check. And do you have ground vehicles or repair or
She's pilot.
ship's pilot? Would these engines be at all similar to like ship engines? I don't think so.
Probably not.
I think these are different type of engine.
She has pilot, navigation, hacking.
No.
It's the closest thing. Or cybernetics.
No, just give me a light check.
So she's got a 13.
Okay. And give me that first roll there, Jayme.
Okay, so this is a D10 plus, what was it, my light?
Plus your light plus 4
4 for repair. Okay.
repair.
Coming right up. So I'm just going to do plus 10 total on here. That's 18 altogether for that first roll.
18. Okay. So yeah, the train gets a noticeable jump. This is like in Back to the Future 3 when you pour put the log in, the green log or whatever. It's like, and it surges forward. And now that you've crested the side of the asteroid, you can see the other train mobbing ahead of you, and then a faint light on a ridge in the far distance where the other train station is. And Taco checks in. He's like, "We see you moving there. What's your situation?"
Do you remember when I asked if you were asking me to run into the other train and push it through the asteroid?
Yes.
That is the situation.
And what's your plan for that?
You said it was okay.
But I mean, how will you get the train from your track to the other track?
It's on a different track.
Oh, no.
Well, they're right next to each other. There are switchers, right, for emergency pullouts.
Oh, these are like parallel trains? I thought we were right behind them on the same track.
No, you're
so I
parallel.
did
Oh, no.
So to switch tracks, you will have to get Ernestine's permission.
Oh, boy.
Because it's obviously a security risk to be smashing the only 2 trains on the station.
Tell Ernestine we have to switch tracks.
Wait, is that for me?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were still in your helmet. So when you say that, I kind of jump a little bit, and like I drop I drop my multi-tool. I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm just patching through to Ernestine here. Ding, ding, ding. Hello?
Hi.
Wouldn't you know it, Ernestine? It's one of those days. What we're going to have to do to ensure that we, all 3 of us survivor types actually survive this trip, well, we're going to have to get off this track entirely and just kind of like hop over to the next one.
Physically, the 3 of you.
Well, 1 minute, Ernestine. I like put my hand over the microphone. All right, she's asking if it's physically just the 3 of us. I thought we were trying to hop the whole train.
Yes, the train has to switch tracks.
That's what I was thinking. This Ernestine, I tell you. All right, Ernestine, no, the whole train, all of it, has to hop over.
Well, the other train is accelerating at a rate that it wouldn't have time to switch tracks. There would be a collision.
That's that's fine. I'm okay. I'm
Well, there are 3 people on that other train. That would clearly be a violation of my programming to allow such an act.
Ernestine, it's actually it's a funny story. See, we cleared all this with them before we even got on these trains. This is all part of the plan. So they're actually relying on us doing this.
That is an unconvincing argument. You're not sure what she's doing, right? Robots should have answered by now. In your suit, you notice that the train is sending signals to another location.
Don't do that.
Probably checking with corporate.
Can Keziah hear Ernestine? Or is it going through a mic?
It's just a quick tippity tap to break into that conversation. And it's a modem chat between the train AI and the Stoneflower Island AI, and you manage to check in, and it's like, yes, this person is saying that if we put both trains on the tracks, everyone will be saved, and everyone's okay with it. And the Stoneflower Island AI laughs heartily. That's ridiculous. I know. I would have said that, but we're supposed to be friendly to the employees.
Can Keziah send out, like, on the channel or whatever, or on some kind of channel? I don't know, anything. So somehow, so that they get this message.
Here's the thing. I would suggest that the Comet Seeker can do it much faster and more robustly than you can with signal repeaters and spoofing droids and all kinds of shit.
So what she wants to do is she wants this AI to see that there are like whatever, like the worst possible like interplanetary criminals on this other train that have been identified and like pinned down. Oh,
so apprehending or destroying them is the highest security priority.
Yes.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Lagos chuckles as somebody does that. And Taco, you can hear him like punch Lagos in the arm and giggle. And sure enough, the message goes through and Ernestine's like, oh, that's interesting. Turns out we have to let them do it. Okay. And Ernestine checks in. Yes, that is allowed. I'll make those changes now. And the train slowly moves into the other lane. Force fields meet and then pass. And now you're in the other tunnel. It looks exactly the same as the other one. It's not that exciting.
That was a fantastic argument you made.
Doc Ward covers up the mic and he's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't feel I earned that. That felt way too easy. They're really going to have to re-examine these safety protocols down the line because I just don't feel that should have worked.
So now the red lights come back and it is a fully top priority security situation. Breathing masks all come down from the ceiling. And back where you are, the armory locker like opens up, and you can reach in there and grab a fire axe or a laser gun or whatever. Not laser guns; they're non-lethal trank weapons.
Oh, come on, give Jayme another laser gun.
Yes!
Can't be cutting through the damn train.
The power!
So that happened. Do you want to keep improving the engine efficiency?
Yes.
Jayme wrote in the chat for us, my strategy is just a laser gun speed run from here on.
Just everywhere we go. Brow, brow.
As long as you have a spacesuit, it'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. So you got any laser guns, though? It's like, this is a restaurant. Yeah, but hypothetically speaking.
Oh, by the way, Jayme, your suit is throwing up security or...
No, you said we can't throw up in here.
In the heads-up display, it's displaying various strategies, tactical analyses.
Okay.
And it says that the one most likely to succeed is for you to do an EV jump from the front of the train to use its relative acceleration to give you a boost so you can catch up to the other train before the collision. Or go alongside it or something rather than just stay here in the train.
Yeah, I think alongside might be better than, like, squished in between. That would be so tragic. Like...
Well, I mean, if you got there early enough, you could get inside the other train. You know what I mean?
I think this thing's broken. It's telling me to jump off the front of the train. That can't be right. Highest chances of success? Or like highest chances of getting squished.
Yeah, and when it shows you this strategy, it is like you'd have to be a space marine to know what the hell all these like lingos are and like how it expects you to make this bounce off the tunnel wall and like all this. It's outside your expertise.
Keziah's gonna do the math in her head, like, as best she can. I know that's way better math than I could even, like, fathom doing. But, you know, whatever. It's space math. Actual space math, actually. And she's gonna relay whatever, like, approximate area it would be for them to, like, jump out of the side of the train.
Yes. Okay. So Taco says Roger's here. He's going to walk you through the operation. We've analyzed the most strenuous choice that fits within your acceptable. I don't know, what do you call it? Your specialties or your physical attributes? I don't know. Roger, you take over from here. Hello. I'm here to help.
Oh, hi, Roger.
Hello again. How's Shauna doing?
Not well.
Last I saw, she had almost died. I see by your silence that she has died.
That's always my go-to for any lull in a conversation.
This little fucker is way too perceptive. You imagine the suit's sensors are probably making it easier to...
Yes, Roger, I will be carrying a body, and I will probably be clung to by a person. Man.
The engineer with you?
Yes.
Turn on your speaker. I'd like to speak with him.
Okay, she does.
Hello, sir. I'm Roger the Robot. Formerly of the Roger's Folly, currently of the Comet Seeker.
Hi, hello. Hi there, robot. I am Throckmorton J. Flapdoodle, engineer, the third. Can't forget that.
Yes. I read your grandfather's report on servo maintenance in 0G.
That's my favorite report.
I sleep with it under my pillow.
I'm glad we have found something in common. Now, allow me to assist you.
Really, Roger just, like, scanned his data banks for, like, the name.
Throckmorton's just like, wowee, I got a new robot best friend, everybody. Things are really looking up for me.
So he holographically makes a little, like, He's kind of like a big-headed doll. Just picture him as cute as you want. And he's pointing at witch cables and things to pull out. And eventually he has this little servo robots float over and start doing it for you, to the point where you're just like sitting there watching him do it.
Yes!
And he says, "You may now go with your partner."
For our listeners, Kristy just held up the world's cutest little robot.
Oh my god.
Just casually, like, she just has this on tap. Like, yeah, here you go.
That's
It's so
perfect.
cute.
No, he won't come into focus. There we
Oh.
go.
I need to get a
Oh.
screenshot of that.
Yes.
There we go.
I'm sorry, I completely lost the thread.
So Throckmorton has been released by Roger to go on the crazy fly on the side of the train thing.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, so Roger plugs in your suit's auto run feature, and you grab the back of the suit and you race down through several cars, jumping over benches, and just it's an awesome display of physical acumen. I don't know, machine-like precision. And then the side door blows out, all the oxygen sucking, whatever pamphlets and things out the side. You jump out, and of course you'd put on your emergency spacesuits, Shauna and Throckmorton. So
Just
you're hanging
stuffed
off
her in there.
hanging off her, and these jets are shooting out of the bottom of her feet and on her back, and you're flying, and there's about 4 feet of clearance between the side of the train and the side of the plexiglass tunnel thing. And you see the other train is getting closer and closer, and you're putting on the speed, and you clear the front of this train, and you look down inside the nose, and somebody has put like what looks like a jack-in-the-box, like a big oversized silly jack-in-the-box with a crank on the side, just sitting on the captain's chair of the engine. So maybe that would have been a surprise if you got up there. It'll be a hanging thread, I think, unless these trains don't hit each other. So yeah, you keep going, and if you just shoot a couple mini rockets in the side of the train, you can get in, and it would probably decompress most of the train, but they have interior force fields and things, so it might not kill your quarry.
Okay.
Are you? I mean, is Keziah actually supposed to be concerned about that? Because she's absolutely not concerned about that.
Not at all. The only threat to you would be if the train buckled and filled the entire tube, in which case you might run into it. But the suit is tough enough. Actually, you could just go right out through the side of the tunnel and escape all that destruction.
Probably not Throckmorton, though. Throckmorton's a little more squishy.
Oh,
This whole time, Throckmorton is just like, ah! It's like this long, continuous scream.
You could extend the suit's force field temporarily to include everyone. You don't have it on right now because it uses a lot of power.
Gotcha.
So yeah, are you going to shoot into the other one or leave the tube? Something else?
No, yeah, she'll mess it up.
Okay,
Yeah.
Give me a roll. This is going to be a win check. Do you have heavy weapons?
She's got plasma weapons.
This is not considered.
Powered weapons.
Would the suit come with any kind of bonuses that it bestows on people who wear it?
Yeah,
'Cause it's
plus
power
5
armor.
to hit. These things are
So-
extremely powerful.
On the dice, she has a 17, so it's plus 5.
When you say on the
2.
dice,
So she has an 11 wind, and I rolled a 6.
oh, okay, 17. Cool. So 22. Yeah, you blow open that rear door. It goes flying out. It's bonking around, and you zip over it, and then into the thing. And yeah, you see doors trying to close and being shoved open by the decompression event. Stuff is being whipped back past you as you shoot up the length of the train. And on your display, you can see that the other train will hit this one in, I don't know, 45 seconds. So that'll give you enough time to get to the lead car and maybe 1 or 2 rounds of combat.
Well, I didn't think I was actually going inside the train. I thought I was just shooting at the train.
Oh,
to,
you're
like,
just trying to fuck
screw
up
it
the
up.
train. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right. Yeah, so now we'll do damage then. I thought you were just opening a door. This is a dangerous game you're playing. Give me 5d6 plus 2 per die. It says that plus 2 at the end.
Ouch. I reroll 6s.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 10, 16, 20, 24 plus 10, 34.
34, yeah. That train buckles and the whole back end just like shoots backwards towards you, and the rest sort of like wobbles forward, and you zip around that back engine. And now that all the stuff is hanging down, it's messing with the anti-grav system as it clips the actual train rail and or rails rather, and so it's slowing down. And behind you, the train you were on, the green line, continues to surge forward. So you probably have about 30 seconds now to get out of the area before it goes.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
So
Let's do
you
it.
blast a hole in the top of the tunnel, and you shoot up, and dust and shit is just shooting up out of the hole into the, there's no atmosphere, out into space. And it's like bits of dust are buffeting off the suit as you come out. And you soar to the ship port, spaceport or whatever, and you see there's a big sort of iris skylight that ships come in and out of, and the force field is off, and one of the bay doors is slowly opening. And so somebody has decompressed the shuttle bay and is preparing to lift off. But yeah, you could get in there now without having to like find a door.
Okay.
All right, you zoom down between these separating rampart looking things, and now you see this big train depot just like the one you just left. Well, it's actually just north of that, but you can see it through these huge windows. This area is a shuttle bay, so there's 3 shuttles in sort of silos, and with each with their own sort of door that you just came through. And there's just one shuttle that's like about to take off, and you see its ramp is open, and there are 3 goons with rifles like aimed on the entry into the shuttle bay, and they're in spacesuits. And you see through the glass into the train area the razor blade killer in his green cloak, and he's got a hostage. He's holding a gun to a hostage. It is Rosemary Westbourne,
Oh
who works in Farside Station.
no!
She has red hair and a great smile. She likes
does.
hollow fishing. She wants to be a painter. She's been single a long time due to a bad breakup. She came to Stoneflower Island on a dare and found out she loves the work.
Is she like being held hostage or what?
Yeah, the Razorblade Killer is holding something to her back, and she's all frozen. And there's somebody lying maybe 10 feet away from him with blood around him.
No, not Rosemarie Westbourne. No.
Do you know this person?
I mean, work colleague.
I've seen her around.
Yeah, boy, is she a great painter, let me tell you. That's neither here nor there. We got to save her.
So the Razorblade Killer looks over in your direction and like squints weirdly because he sees the suit. He probably thinks, I killed that person already. And sees you drag into, big bubble spacesuits. And he gets a little smirk on one side of his face.
Oh, no.
I heard you needed a doctor.
Oh, shit. So the suit sends its speaker message through the facility's speakers, and he looks up and around, and then he squints, and he mutters something under his breath, and then he like looks back all jolted. He's probably about 50 feet away. You'd have to go through the glass doors into the depot. The person on the ground starts to stir, like they might still be alive.
These people in the shuttle, what are they actually aiming their rifles at?
They're not in the shuttle. They're sort of camped outside it behind barrels and stuff. They would have been aiming towards the depot to cover the escape, but instead they look up and they see you, and they just start, they're about to fire. Do you want to...
At me?
Yeah, do you want to extend
Tell
your
them it's okay to
shielding?
keep aiming at the depot. That's fine. Just stick with what works.
You already have several firing solutions, so if you want, you can shoot rockets at them.
Sure.
And they will die.
But be careful. Be careful of my sweet Rosemarie Westbourne. No!
Do you know any of these people?
I specifically know Rosemarie Westbourne. I'm not sure about the face down bleeding out person.
Oh,
Possible.
these people have like, they're not power armor, but they're definitely like high-tech security armor.
Well, they are getting a rocket to the face.
Cool. So you hit all three of them automatically. Give me 5d6. Let's see if their suits are ruptured.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They have...
I think so.
You have to beat a 21.
To our listeners, I wish you could have seen Kristy's face just now as she rolls up. No doubt over damage on these fools.
So far, I've rolled 5 6s. Do you want me to keep rolling?
You Yahtzeed these motherfuckers?
Oh my god.
Oh shit. There's just like a brief eye blink as you accept the firing solution. And then 3 rockets go out into their heads, and their heads explode. Their force fields wink out, and the guns go flying, and they skitter around on the ground a little bit. The Razorblade Killer just... His eyes widen even further, and now the train hits the other train right as you see the face of the blue line like zooming towards the depot, and the force field comes down, and it's like, yeah, the red lights are flashing, and it explodes. Their Jack-in-the-Box bomb just goes off, and the tunnel rips open. The whole side of the complex rips open.
You're next.
But the decompression event caused by the rupturing of the tunnel sends the Razorblade Killer and his 2 victims careening off in that direction.
No.
Just swirling and bouncing off of stuff.
All right, so she's gonna go after Rosemary. She can still make like a bubble, right? Would that protect
So you've
Rosemary?
extended your force field to include both of your people?
Well, Throckmorton is safe, right? And Sean is dead.
Oh yeah,
so
they're both in spacesuits. Oh yeah, so you just drop them. You just drop them and head for the sliding doors.
Don't waste any batteries on this farce. On this weekend at Bernie's situation.
So you drop them in front of a shuttle and you go to the doors. The doors won't open because obviously there's a decompression event in progress.
Could she just like blow it up? I mean,
Sure, you hit another rocket. There's a hole inside. Actually, no, that would accelerate the event from a leak, which they could survive. It could totally destroy them.
is there any other way to get out, like quickly?
Just cycling the airlock. Like there's a couple interlocking fields that if you go through slowly, you won't rupture the whole
Okay,
shit.
she will attempt to do that, I guess,
Okay,
and
nice.
hope
So
that
you-
Rosemary doesn't freeze.
You sort of glide through these fields and the doors open. And you see the security system is trying to close, but the train's nose is like obstructing it. So the blast doors are like crumpling incorrectly and opening again. You see a couple of maintenance bots are floating over there trying to do what they can.
Hey guys. I know him.
So, as best you could tell, the only way to solve this problem would be to blow the rock above the where the train tunnel comes in. That'll bring down the rock, but it won't affect the skylight. But it could kill whoever's in the train.
So right now, she just wants to go grab Rosemary. So she has
Oh.
to do that to go grab Rosemary?
No, you could just go grab Rosemary, but there's also that other person that's still alive.
The Link?
No, the other worker. They're in a jumpsuit like Throckmorton's.
Oh. Do you know that other guy?
He's a kind of a jerk, you know. He's always barring. He likes to reheat these fish meal. No, I'm kidding. The microwave smells for hours. Is there any way like we can split up where like is the dude on the ground like closer to us where like I could go to try and rescue him?
No, you're going to have to run. You're going to have to haul
Okay.
ass to
Gotcha.
get to them before they get sucked out through the tunnel.
Okay.
So she's the only one that can get there fast enough unless there's something you can do at a distance.
I have an action point if that can help with like the gathering of injured parties.
Do you think she should rescue both workers or just Rosemary?
Let me stare deep into my soul. I think I mean, ideally, yeah, rescue both workers, of course, you know. All life is sacred. All that aside though, save Rosemary, like above all else.
So you're trying to break in the comms. You're like, save them both, but if you can save Rosemary.
I do like quotes around both, which feels a little tasteless given the circumstances.
Well, unfortunately, you're about to learn Keziah's dark side. She has a job to do, and she hasn't been able to do it.
Oh, I love it.
She's gonna go grab Rosemary.
Yeah.
Rosemary.
You grab her and you pull her inside the force field. Donnie is tumbling unconscious towards the hole. The razor blade killer gets sucked out, and he's scrabbling on the side of the train. What's that?
She flips him the bird. Can she step on his fingers?
If you want to go over there rather than head back to...
I'm just joking.
So he gets sucked out. You can see in the cockpit of the train that's like shaking back and forth. The brakes are like pulling it into the station, and it's like banging into stuff. It's coming up onto the lobby and like running into benches and stuff. But you can see the white spider and the red woman looking horrified. And he puts his arm in front of her like you would, like if your car is stopping too fast, you know, your passenger, like your mom reaches over, that kind of thing. But it's Lady White Spider, but you're pretty sure it's the same person. And then suddenly whoosh, things look all weird in there, and you feel queasy. And as you turn to bring Rosemary back from where you're going to blow the tunnel, they disappear. Now, Jayme, I need you to give me a light check.
Hey.
This is going to be really hard. Oh, no, this is a perception. So this is a shadow check. Which you're
okay. My worst stat.
None of your skills apply here, so straight shadow.
Okay. 10 total. I rolled a 6.
You hear some noise up in the shuttle with its ramp open, but that's about it.
Okay.
You feel like goosebumps, which is weird because you're in a completely, sterile environment.
I feel like somebody just walked over my grave, which is peculiar since we seem to have saved Rosemary. We're in a very good situation, all things considered. How do you feel there, Doctor?
Am I with him?
Oh, you shoot off the rest of your rockets, and the fucking tunnel caves in around the train. And the HVAC system kicks into high gear, and the oxygen and pressure are restabilized. And Rosemary's gasping, and you're not sure the state of that person over there. The suit's optics are inconclusive. They might be able to be saved. But yeah, you have Rosemary.
Oh, goodness gracious, Rosemary. Are you okay?
Did you come into the depot, or are you on the other side?
I don't know. I'm a little fuzzy on where we are all in relation to each other.
The shuttle bay is just this big open warehouse kind of area, and there's huge glass walls and doors and windows between it and the train depot. So you're like near the door. You could have gone in if you want.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you come through and you're like, Rosemary, and she's like, who the hell is that? I can't see. Her eyes are all like capillaries blown. Red. And she's like, Donnie, the guy hurt Donnie. And she's waving back in the direction of that huge, massive rock and a sparking train.
He'll be fine. What's important, Rosemary, is that you're alive and well.
The shuttle takes off. And it doesn't have any weapons, so it would shoot and kill all of you if it could, but it doesn't have anything. So it takes off. Taco's like, We have a launch. Is that you guys?
Unfortunately, no. Is anyone coming? It would be very nice if someone would come.
Oh, distress call. We have to send someone. Of course. I'm taking her in now. So the Comet Seeker is coming in. There's a train spread all over the countryside. Surely this is a pretext for landing. So the Comet Seeker parks on top of the dome and drops a bunch of lines down through the skylight. And Marines come down and they spread out and they secure the area. And Donnie is under a whole bunch of rubble. Donnie's toast. The Razorblade Killer might be in there somewhere.
Might want to check all that for bodies. Possibly one of the ones that we wanted to be a body.
Inside the train here?
The rubble. She'll show what you were just talking about.
Okay, cool. So Taco's like, we got company. We're going to leave the Marines down there. You guys scoot your way on up them ropes.
You can climb a rope, right?
Of course. I had to pass a space engineer physical training to get my my license badge. But I think before I do, though, I'm going to take one look back at like the wreckage of the train. And Throckmorton, he just gets like his eyes messed up a little bit. And he's like, I can't believe it. I broke my sacred... What's that?
Single tear.
Yeah, single tear. He's like, I broke my sacred oath. Do no harm to trains.
Pull out your little Steamtown badge and polish it.
What are you doing with these prompts tonight, Kristy?
Oh God,
You've got everything over there.
this is amazing.
What is your inventory like? Space badges and tiny robots. Oh my goodness.
So we'll skip forward. You're in the med bay getting looked at. Rosemarie's there. She's getting looked at. Keziah.
Yeah, by Throckmorton. Oh, no, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Do we need to give you some privacy? Says the Dr. Bot.
Keziah's running straight to Prosamaya.
Cool.
Like,
so you go into the
really,
ICU and Lagos is there and the medic, and they help you administer the dose. And Prosamaya comes around. He's blinking. And Throckmorton, you can see them through the glass, but you can't hear what's going on in there. So this would be a funny moment for you and Rosemary to do that thing where you say, like, what the people through the glass are saying.
Yeah. I'm going to be like, oh, I'm a big, scary robot lady. I got all kinds of skills that seem to go far beyond a regular doctor.
Hey, look at me. I'm a guy that fell down an elevator and hurt my head. And thanks. Look,
he's laughing too much.
The guy's shaking a little bit, and she's like, she starts to do a bit, but then she's like, oh, that might be insensitive. So she says, that lady has weird hair, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you could probably pull it off. It could be a good look for you. Fiber optic hair.
She punches you in the arm and it hurts. She says, I didn't hear from Larry or Steve or Han or Judy. What happened to everyone over there?
I don't know. I was just so focused on saving the trains. Like were unfortunately destroyed by these nefarious evildoers. And rescued you, of course, which I mostly did on my own with
Cool.
my engineer abilities.
Okay, so I assume they like kiss or something. Is this a
Yeah,
romance?
yeah, sure. Yeah.
So they have
It's
a touching
romantic,
moment.
music swells.
So we cut into Keziah and Prosamaya. He's like, "Thank you. I thought I was a goner for sure."
Very nearly. I blew up a train to get back over here. Just so you know.
Was anybody hurt?
A lot of people are very hurt.
You did all that just for me?
Yep. So it would be in your best interests to help us.
He looks over and he's like, "Doctors," and the doctor robots. He's like, "Can you give us a minute?" And the medic and them head out, and they interrupt your awkward moment there. You're like kissing. It's awkward.
Just full on making out in the other room.
So it's just you and Prosamaya now, and he says, "Did any of your friends get killed?"
Not exactly. May never see one of them ever again.
That's ominous.
It wasn't the best.
I heard you went down to the drive. Did you get any of the data?
I did.
Can I see it?
It's on like a thing, right?
Yeah, it was this like data collection device that
Yeah.
Ondashar gave y'all.
Is there a way that she can like share her video with him? Does he have like a does he have a plug?
Yeah, you jack into Prosamaya. And he studies it.
Hang on.
He's fully jacked. And he seems to spend a lot of time on the video of you trying to rescue him.
Mm-hmm.
And like your tender ministrations and choosing to help him instead of getting the killer. So yeah, he's really appreciative. And then he sees the machine and he's like, "Good gods, what is this? I've never seen anything like this. How does it work?"
Amazingly well for how poorly they managed the cables.
He looks at the cable management and he giggles. He's like, "That would never fly at corporate."
Never.
What kind of idiots are in charge of this project? Surely that can't be how they drew it up. So now they're just talking techno babble at each other. Not as romantic as the other room.
Hey, we might be talking cable management too. You don't know.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Sorry, Jeff.
So the camera goes into the videotape, and it does that like fuzzy thing when you go from a fake version of a thing and then the real thing. So we're inside the dusty train depots, like pebbles are swirling about papers, and some guys putting out a fire, and we go through all the rubble, and we see a void. And the razor blade killer is trapped and all smushed, broken bones and shit. And he's fiddling with some bag with like weird bits of bones and things. He's pouring it out, and he's doing a spell. And lights are sparking up out of it, and his eyes are like glimmering. And And you hear just a spooky howling, and it fades to black. Oh. It's more like whistling wind, but yeah.
Oh.
That was like a beanbag werewolf. Oh.
None of that got recorded, so nobody will understand
No!
the callback. Werewolf toe beans, people. It's a thing.
Yes.
Look into it.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, everyone. This was a lot of fun.
That was great. Yeah.
Yeah. Keziah is a hero, sort of. I mean, I guess you didn't kill anyone.
No.
Not
Well, Donnie.
directly.
I guess Donnie bought it. Premature.
Donnie.
I was killing by omission.
Yeah.
It's like lying by omission. You know, you don't really tell a lie. You just don't offer the truth. So she didn't really kill him. She just didn't offer him life.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a selective rescue mission.
Yes.
Battlefield decision.
She was busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was very busy. She had to get back to work.
It was nice of her to rescue these two, though. That was thoughtful of her.
I didn't think I was going to make it out of that.
Yeah, last time you had an NPC, it didn't turn out as well. I was going to make it so that you could catch up to them if you were on a parallel track. But then you guys went onto the same track. And so all my plans went out the window. So that was
Sorry.
yeah, that was my best adjustment. Was big explosion. Man.
I was just thinking smushy bad guys.
Oh, yeah.
Much better
Oh,
than
yeah.
trying to actually fight the bad guys that have kicked our butts every single time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was before you had all Throckmorton at your side, eh? Yeah.
it's true.
Tinkerer
That is true.
extraordinaire.
He's got his like multi-tool like a gun.
Oh man, last button on the episode is him in the future telling this story at a bar, and like everybody's loving it. People buying you drinks.
Of course, he's the one in the power armor.
Oh, I love
Yeah. Yeah. Sure see those missiles fly.
Rosemary pretends that's what happened, but she gives him shit about it back home.
They get a lot of free drinks and food out of it, so she really doesn't mind too much.
Likes and wishes. What'd you like?
I liked all of it. I liked that you gave Jayme a character that was like fun and also really helpful. Like it wasn't just kind of like, oh, here's like a random NPC that you can play and kind of figure out what to do with. You know, he actually had a purpose. You know, that was pretty cool to see.
Cool. Well, he played his role well.
Yeah. And I like that you let me name him Throckmorton.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I really liked this character. I wasn't expecting someone so detailed. Like I was like reading down and then like gets into like the backstory and stuff, and I'm like, oh wow, you know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we didn't get out into how he's decent at space bowling.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure everybody has to hear about that at the bar. Like after I'm done with the power armor, I'm like, but what I'm really proud of is my perfect game I bowled last week in the power armor suit.
Of
Um,
Oh
course.
shit. That's cheating for sure, right?
I'm banned from every bowling alley in the state. I liked, I don't know, I liked that this was like this whole like self-contained action movie. It felt very cool. It felt kind of like it could be, that kind of like a between season episode. Sometimes they'll film like a movie that kind of like tied people over. That's kind of what this
Uh-huh.
felt like.
Yeah, it's like a Babylon 5 between seasons thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I like all the props, Kristy. You see,
Let's see that robot again.
it's amazing.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's
The
wait for it
camera
to get in
got weird.
focus. All right, smile for the camera.
Oh,
Oh,
it's oh
oh
no no no
no.
no. He's shy.
Oh, it looks good.
Oh, look at them little googly eyes.
Well, I loved your rapport. I loved Keziah showing her humanity, helping these random strangers. I
For
really
a little
thought you'd
while.
just like abandon them to their fate since you had other things going on.
She's about 50-50, like, well, the engineer was useful, which was very helpful. So she didn't want to just like abandon him. She will save a useful person. And then Rosemary, he seemed to have like a connection to her. But like the other people, she was like, do you know this person? It's like, nah, he's kind of a jerk. Okay, well then he's just gonna die.
What a thing to happen. That's probably gonna like low key haunt Throckmorton. Like being like,
Aw.
what if I had said something else?
Predictions, guesses. I don't know. Yeah, if you have any ideas, secrets. Do you think Razorblade Killer survived?
Yeah, he's gonna show up
Probably.
again. This stupid little bag, little magic bag.
I would have felt very satisfied if he would have died. I will say that. That would have been a very satisfying, like, end of the season, like, gift. But I think we're going to see him again in some form or another.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
Maybe he's going to make himself like a little space ghost. Maybe he's going to be a space ghost.
Oh,
He'll show up
man.
with like a little mantis and a little weird guy with a mask.
Ragtag group of assholes.
New villain faction confirmed.
Oh man, I wish I could end a podcast with a picture because it would be Brack. That's his name, right? The piano guy,
Mm-hmm.
the mantis.
Oh,
No,
Zorak is the man.
Yeah.
Zorak.
Brack's a guy that kind of looks like a luchador, but like weird.
Yeah,
Is it like a welder's mask? Kind
It's
of.
kinda like
something.
like a
Yeah.
cat alien
Yeah.
luchador is a good way to put
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
I don't-
Go ahead.
Oh no, go. I don't.
I was coincidentally I was a Zorak for Halloween, so
This
It's a great
the
costume.
Mantis guy.
Oh my
Yeah, like a
God.
few days ago.
Holy
Mhm.
shit.
This Halloween I was Zorak.
Oh yeah, Brack's a cat person. Who am I thinking of that looks like they have a welder's mask?
Oh, his name was like Morak or something. He was
He's
in
like
the
the
like the
producer.
recording booth. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like this. He was like this big, slow kind of a guy.
Mhm.
Well, I'm glad we got into Space Ghost Coast to Coast. That's great.
Yeah.
All right. Wishes for next time. We'll be going into the in-between paths, the through the gate dimension.
I wish for Ebenezer to just have a ton of fun on the loader.
Oh yeah.
Just, I want him to keep the loader like the whole time that
Just
we're
living
through
his
the
mech
gate.
life.
Yeah, because it's not a wheelchair, but it is a mobility assistance device at this point, and so there have been times when he hasn't been able to keep up with everybody else. So now maybe he can, and maybe he can like mount his laser gun to it or something,
Mm-hmm.
Moltar, yeah.
Yes.
I looked up characters on Coast to Coast.
By the way, I typed a joke earlier. I didn't want to. It was cool saying Keziah and Prosmaya scene. I didn't want to ruin it with some goofy goofs, but when you two were like bagging on the cable management, I typed this out. I did not hit enter. I'm hitting enter now.
More like cable mismanagement. Nice.
What? See, I'm glad I didn't tell that joke, but my wish for an upcoming episode is I too wish for fun times with Ebenezer's growing army of mechs. I see like his new end game is slowly conquering the galaxy with his mech laser army, or maybe just having.
He's got big ambitions.
Also, so Kristy, you're going to be playing like a different character for a while on the other side. Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to some alternate characters coming up, and Ash too. So it's gonna be fun.
Heck yeah. Yeah, Ash, the brother and sister act.
Oh no, they're two sisters.
Oh, they're two sisters. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, that'll be
Troublemaker.
fun. Any last words?
You mean as far as like from the characters?
Just anything. I don't know, your feelings on the current situation. News.
Keziah's gonna check the donut. Did the donut make it okay?
Oh yes, that was supposed to give you nutrition on your trek.
Mm-hmm. She didn't eat it.
Oh yeah, it's a squished up mess.
Yeah. But she wants to make sure that it's still there.
Oh yeah,
it's okay.
Absolutely.
Nice.
All right, guys. Thanks for playing. If you want to get in touch with us, shatteredworldspod@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter at SWRPGpod. Facebook, we have a Facebook group called True Heroes of Shattered Worlds. And from there, you can find our Discord. So, join us, friendos. Send us money. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/shatteredworldsrpg. We've got all kinds of extra stuff there for you. So, take part in the majesty that is Season 6 from Through the Gate.
Hell yeah.
Keep it rolling.
I will return to Earth, find you, girl, and make you one of us. I'm taking off.
Shout out to Space Knife for letting us use their track, I'm Taking Off, Shield Your Eyes, from their Into the Black Hole EP. Thanks, Space Knife. Keep it rolling.